So I used to make text-based MUDs, which are like text adventures that you played over the internet. And I got a letter from a lady, it was a mother, and I didn't know who she was, she didn't know who I was, but she wrote me a letter, and in it she pointed out she wanted to thank me for something. And what had happened is she had a daughter, a young girl, and she had a medical condition that left her basically bedridden and ended her life of natural causes quite early on. And her letter started off quite sort of somber. Obviously, parents don't like the fact that they outlive their children. It's a terrible moment. And she was talking about her daughter, who she clearly adored, and her daughter had not had the greatest life and had basically been chained to a bed and not able to do all the wonderful things that every human being runs through their head. And as I got further down the letter, where she actually went is she pointed out how she got to play my game, and she started sitting up, paying attention, and communicating much more rapidly. And what had happened is she'd started playing out all the things that she'd been robbed of doing. And it was so interesting and touching, the sort of stuff we were talking about. She rode a horse in the game because she loved ponies, and she was never going to ride a horse. And she went out and picked flowers in the game because we allowed her to pick flowers. She climbed mountains. She'd watched the sunset because our game had a sunset timer, and she'd gone off and done things and leveled up and did magic, and she had a pet unicorn, and she'd learned to cook, and she got married, and she had the biggest circle of friends she'd ever had in her life. She celebrated her birthday in the game, her real birthday and her character's birthday. And the characters age very quickly in my game, so she celebrated all her birthdays. She was her 21st and her 30th and her 40th, all the way through the game. And the mother had just written to me, and what she basically said was, near the end, I got to see more of my daughter and got to see more of what she potentially was going to do and live. And that's the bit that I think MMOs are blessed at, that they do probably better than anything else that I know of. That dream walking that you can do, that ability to go beyond the limitations that genetics have placed upon you, and for you to actually show people the heart and soul and bright light you can be, and to experience the things that can be robbed off you through the vagaries of chance. And that's why I adore them, and that's why I think they're the greatest games in the world.